I'm Jason Dean.
Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake is celebrating Tip-Up Town, offering you 50% off labor on all power sports accessory installs. Book before January 31st. Even if you schedule the work in February, put down a deposit before January 31st and you get 50% off the labor, plus 10% off the accessories themselves. Get 30% off Bell helmets, Fox gear, and Muck-Off cleaning supplies. Save up to $9,000 on selected Kawasaki side-by-sides. And Outdoor Equipment Co. will waive the freight cost on all in-stock KO power sports. It's all happening now at Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake.
Sports fans, check out UpNorthSportsRadio.com for all your Detroit sports action. Get full schedules for the Wings, Pistons, Tigers, Lions, and U of M football. Catch Friday Face-Off live and hit the links with JC on episodes of Finding Fairways. Our high school sports guru, Rich Calkins, hosts the High School Scoreboard Show. And don't miss Traverse City West Titan football and boys basketball action. Catch games live or see past episodes on the podcast page. Real sports fans, go to UpNorthSportsRadio.com.
WGRY in Grayling is a division of Blarney Stone Broadcasting with 97.1 Detroit Sports Radio Network, 101.1 WGRY, powered by Gardner White Furniture in Gaylord. Same owners, same location, all new attitude.
It's time for the Northern Michigan High School Sports Scoreboard Show on Up North Sports Radio with your host, Rich Calkins.
It is time for the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Werdig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Dedicated to providing the best customer service and the best offers, JimWernigChevrolet.com. Rich Calkins and Jerry Coyne in studio with you this morning. And batting leadoff this morning is the head coach of the Cadillac Vikings, Ryan Benzenberg. And Ryan, not only are you the head coach of Cadillac, who's going to be playing later today, but today you're host of a big-time tournament showcase at your facility there at Cadillac, the Jeff McDonald Memorial Showcase. Talk about that and what that means to you, Coach.
Well, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it and giving me the opportunity to kind of talk about Coach Mack. So anybody that's been around Northern Michigan basketball for any period of time longer than 10 years has probably heard the name Jeff McDonald. He was a legend around here. He's a BCAM Hall of Famer. Over 300 wins in his career, and unfortunately, that nasty cancer word got him, I don't know, a handful of years ago now, 10 years ago now. And Cadillac basketball is what it is because of the work that he put into it, and we take that responsibility really, really serious to try to continue the tradition that he had here. And one way that we try to memorialize him is to kind of get some Northern Michigan teams together every year and kind of play some non-conventional or non-traditional opponents from maybe in the South, and kind of bring Northern Michigan and Southern Michigan basketball together. And I think putting his name on it so people can understand what he meant to the Cadillac community and the Cadillac schools and the Cadillac basketball program, this is one good way to do that.
Yeah, for sure, Ryan. And, talking about Coach McDonald there, you get over 300 wins in your career. That means you coach for a long time, but the reason you coach for a long time is because you had a lot of success.
Yeah, and, he was a high school counselor for many years as well. So not only did he impact kids' lives on the court, he had a really big group of kids that he supported and helped succeed off the court as well. And I have a couple of friends that are close to my age, a little bit younger than me, that go to my church, and they talk about all the time. I never played a sport in my life, and Jeff McDonald was influential in helping me get to where I am today. So that just kind of gives an idea of the man that he was. And I suspect, guys, had he not gotten sick, he probably would have significant, well over 400 wins had he not gotten sick and got to keep doing it, because he was in the prime of his career. He left in 2014 after back-to-back Final Four runs, and I was fortunate enough to take over for him, and we went to the Final Four in 2015. So I have zero doubt that had he still been around, we would have been in the same boat. So gone way too soon. Special to me because my father passed away from the same cancer that Coach Mack had. So it's a sad but cool thing for us to continue to memorialize him in this showcase today.
Yeah, for sure, Coach. Good thing, that you're carrying on that tradition and putting his name on this. And let's get to some of those matchups, Coach. Is the opening tip-off at noon with Elk and Ludington?
Well, the funny thing is, we actually just tipped. Our JV team is playing Elk Rapids JV right now. They just tipped 5 minutes ago. But our first varsity game is Elk Rapids in Ludington at noon. I'm looking forward to seeing Coach Shank's team play. We play them in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
And I haven't had a chance to start scouting them yet. And I actually have a few connections. I started my high school coaching career up here in northern Michigan in Elk Rapids, so that place still holds a special place in my heart. And a couple of coworkers have kids that play in Elk Rapids, so kind of a cool thing for me to bring them in as well.
Yeah, Coach. As you know, that great, and a really good matchup too, Coach. 9-2 Elk Rapids, 11-1 Ludington, and Ludington just had their first loss, I believe, a week ago.
Yeah, they are very good, and they lost to a really, really good North Muskegon team. I have zero doubt about the caliber of both of those teams that played in that game, and I follow pretty closely at Elk Rapids. They've had a really good season, and honestly, the couple games that they've lost to bigger schools and better teams, so they've had a pretty easy time in their conference so far. So I'm interested to see them play a step up in competition.
Yeah, Coach, go real quick, go through the lineup then at 2 o'clock. Who do you have?
Yep. Yeah, so at 2 o'clock we'll have Petoskey taking on Midland, so that's a big North school coming to Cadillac to play against a team from the Saginaw Valley League. So interested to see that. Midland's record doesn't look good, but they have been playing good basketball as of late. And then at 4 o'clock, probably no discredit to my team, but probably the most competitive game of the showcase, Traverse City West at 4 o'clock is taking on Paw Paw. Two varying styles of basketball, so I'm really interested to watch that. We happen to play Traverse City West Tuesday, so I'll be glued to that court to watch that game. But we had an opportunity to play Paw Paw a year ago in a preseason scrimmage, and I knew that they had some kids that could play, and they were gracious enough to come. And then at 6 o'clock, I don't want to have breaking news here, but yesterday afternoon we were supposed to play Sparta, and Sparta canceled on us kind of last minute.
Oh, wow.
It's been a nightmare. We've been scrambling all day yesterday to try to find anyone. I mean, you're talking about less than 24 hours. But
sure.
We have Manistee, Coach Balakic out of Manistee. Him and I have been talking all day. They have everything lined up. They have the team that can come. They have a bus. They have a bus driver. They've gotten clearance. The superintendent just wanted to wait till about noon today just to make sure the weather was fine.
Right.
So hopefully, in praying, I would hate to have us hosting 4 games and not us getting to play in one of them. But I'm hoping that Manistee can bail us out of a really, really bad situation and come to play us tonight at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, Coach, that's a bummer, those last-minute cancellations. And, again, I hope Manistee is able to step up and help you guys out.
Absolutely. I promised them a nice dinner. We would have pizza and Gatorade for them on the ride home. I was trying to bribe them any way I could to get them here. And Coach out at Manistee was he's like, we want to come. We're just waiting for the school district to give us the blessing. And honestly, I've been out and about this morning here, and while it's really, really cold, the roads are totally fine.
Yeah, roads are fine.
I feel pretty good that they're gonna be able to make the trip.
Yeah, I just drove in from Fife Lake to Grayling, and 131 is fine. So
Yeah, it should be good, Coach.
Although it's really cold in Cadillac, Coach.
You ain't lying. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I saw that it's a little colder there than it is here in Grayling. So.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, let's talk about the Cadillac Vikings just a little bit. Earlier in the week, you got a 4-point win against a really tough and young Alpena team.
I remember talking to you guys a few weeks back, guys, talking about the nice point guard of Brighton Northstrap from Alpena, and he was everything as advertised as a freshman, man. He was really, really solid, had 21 against us, and I said it then and I'll say it again. Coach Neff has got that team headed in the right direction. They play really hard for him. They're very young. They're not afraid, which in years past you could kind of, I don't want to say break them, but you could kind of put some doubt into their team early. And Coach Neff has them playing really, really solid. And honestly, not taking any away from them, we didn't play our best game that game Tuesday, which is big reason. They had something to do with that. And I honestly feel fortunate to get out of there. To me, for my team, I feel like that's a sign of growth, where we talked about, hey, when things aren't going well offensively, continue to grind, and we grinded and figured out a way to make plays late. And to me, that's a step in the right direction for us, because we're so inconsistent right now that when we can buckle down and get stops when we need it. We held them to 9 points in the fourth quarter, and in my estimation, that was the difference in the game.
Sure. Coach Benzenberg here. Also, Coach Neff, so young looking, he looks like he could still be wearing a uniform and playing, Coach.
Yeah, and I've heard many stories about what kind of player he was. I think he was at Rochester maybe is where he might have played. He played maybe Concordia. I think he played at Concordia. And, yeah, I've heard some rumors of him jumping in and practice and making the guys pay for making fun of him and being old and being the coach. That's for sure.
No, that's great. So
Old Michael Jordan stories.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, well, Coach
the inconsistency that you talked about, do you think that's from your youth, the youth of your squad?
Do. Yeah, I do. I feel like most of my guys don't understand, like, and particularly in the Big North, like, you cannot take plays off at all.
No.
Like, you have to be thinking and locked in for 32 minutes. And we have lapses where you can tell guys scouting report, like knowing your personnel, who does what for the other team. We've struggled with that, and we've let some things happen that had we been a little bit more well-versed in our scout or more disciplined in our scout, I think things would have went better. But it's all a learning curve, right? Look, I'm as competitive as they come, and I told myself coming into the season I was going to have extreme patience, and I've not been great at that. To full transparency, and I apologize to my team often, but we're heading in the right direction, and our goal all along is to be playing our best basketball in that third week of February.
Of course.
When we see our district, and I think we have a chance to compete for a district championship. We got to continue to grow, but the youthfulness of our team is what is causing our inconsistency. And every time we practice or every time we play, we're getting a little bit more and more mature. And I feel like, or I'm hoping, I should say, by the end of February, we're playing our best basketball.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about the Big North. I've seen every team so far except for the Sioux. And you're right. Every single team has players on it that can shoot, that can move, they're athletic. And like you said, no plays off, no games off. If you take someone for granted, you're going to end up with an L.
There is zero doubt about that. And I will use my team as an example. We went to Petoskey coming out of Christmas break, and I was really disappointed in our team. Coach Tam's guys took it to us. They embarrassed us. We did not compete from Jump Street. They outcoached us, outplayed us, out-hustled us, out-everythinged us. We regrouped and beat a really good Traverse City Central team on their home floor.
Yeah.
And then last week, Traverse City beat Petoskey. So, we had every single game has to be buttoned up. And the level of coaching in the Big North, in my opinion, is just so much better than it was even 5 years ago.
Right.
In the overall talent 1 through 12, you said it. Everybody can shoot. So, we don't get to pick on, we used to have a where we'd fish somebody. We call it fishing, where we would not really guard one of their players and just let them do whatever they wanted.
Sure.
You do that nowadays, everybody can knock down a shot, and it just doesn't work as well. So you're right. The overall talent in Northern Michigan has improved so much.
Yeah, Coach, watching a little college basketball last night, that Michigan-Ohio State game, when the big guys can go out beyond the arc, 7-footers, and they can drain threes. I mean, it's crazy, Coach, how the traditional post players are very few and far between.
Well,
they all want like that range.
I totally agree with you. I'm a Michigan fan, so I was dialed in very, very diligently to that game and was happy to see Michigan get out of there with a win. But you're right. Even that 7'2" kid can step out and knock a jumper. He passes so well. Just overall, the talent. And a lot of that is the work that kids are willing to put in. There's trainers out there and guys. It's a 7-day-a-week, 365 a day job if you want to be any good. And that's really moved to Northern Michigan with all of the opportunity that's there to do work outside of season. Yeah. A lot of kids are taking advantage of that, and I think that's why the talent's so much better.
Coach, in a situation like you got going on today and your team is going to play last, I mean, do you encourage the kids to come and you probably got some of them that are helping you with, getting teams in their locker rooms and that kind of stuff, but what do you do with your team? So interesting. Since our JV are playing at 10, I mandated our kids come to that because I wanted them to get out of bed. I didn't want them to sleep in too late on a game day because this is not a routine. Typically, you're going to school.
Right.
I'm big time on trying to keep things the same. I'm going to let them go home and enjoy themselves. We'll do a little walkthrough at about 3:30, a little bit before the Traverse City West game. We'll watch a little bit of film in our team room. Provided that Manastee's coming, we're making the assumption that Manistee is coming. So we're last-minute scouting Manistee. We had film work last night with our coaches trying to put a scout together for a last-minute thing. But I think it's an exciting thing because we're treating this week we wanted to treat like a district week, right? Because you have 1 day of prep, have 1 day of prep. Gaylord canceled on a Thursday, so it kind of threw a monkey wrench in it. But now having a last-minute opponent that we didn't know who it was going to be, we're cramming to scout and going to have to try to force feed our kids a little bit of information, trying to walk that line of not giving them too much, right? That paralysis by analysis, not give them too much to deal with,
right?
But give them some sort of idea what we're dealing with. So we'll do a film session right at the start of the Traverse City West game, and then treat that Traverse City West game that plays before us sort of like a JV game on a normal day for us.
Yeah, they should be warm. I was thinking when it's this cold, I can remember, getting off the bus and walking into the gym, and you're just not ready to play basketball.
You're exactly right. And this weather ain't helping it. I can tell you that.
No. And even the ball feels funny when you're first get out there and you're throwing your shots up and getting in the layup lines, and sometimes you're just not ready to play. But at least your kids will be in the gym for a while before that.
Yeah, guys, it's something to make you laugh. So I drive by Lake Cadillac and Lake Mitchell to get to the gym from my house, and it's the middle of January, so the lake, there's a canal connecting the two lakes, and it's smoking like crazy bad, which happens often. But in the middle of January, to think the lake water in the middle of January is warmer than the air is just crazy to think about. And it was smoking like crazy this morning. I'm like, man, it is really cold out.
It's really cold.
It is, yeah,
I do
for
not
sure.
want to hold a basketball.
Yeah.
No, God, no.
All right, Coach. I'll see you later this afternoon to be on the call for the Traverse City West game. And, Coach, we always appreciate you're gracious with your time, and you're doing a great thing by honoring, Coach McDonald there and having this showcase this weekend.
Thanks for having me on and promoting it, guys. I look forward to seeing you a little bit later, bud. Drive safe.
All right, will do. Thanks. Ryan Benzenberg of the Cadillac Vikings. Just love talking to Coach. Just love it.
He's such a gym rat.
We could go on probably the whole hour with him.
Oh, yeah,
and talk
there's no doubt about it.
Get into some really...
The Ted Nugent of basketball. No, it is so funny. I mean, even at this age now, I had to get up. I got a phone call really early this morning. The church that I go to is having a funeral, and they wanted to know if I could get out and shovel the sidewalks.
Sure.
And so I did that. But it's
cold.
I'm not. I talk about this on the radio. We don't bitch about.
No, we
live here. It's one thing, if you moved here from Florida last year, you go ahead. You can go ahead and complain. But it's just even in the indoor gym, they're going to be the Manistee kids. If they're going to go to I hope they get to the gym at 4.
Right. They're coming from the shores of Lake Michigan there, and the wind coming off Lake Michigan the past few days has been brutal.
But, when you had a Thursday night or Tuesday night or Thursday night basketball game where, you get on the bus, you drive for about 90 minutes.
Yeah.
The bus never gets that warm.
I remember as a kid driving across, going to play St. Ignace as a kid, and just the frozen Lake Michigan, frozen Lake Huron, and it's just, and you can barely see through the windows because they're all iced up, and you're scratching the snow and ice off just to see.
They got that stupid little heater on the foot. It's not heating anything.
Not at all, exactly.
And then your tennis shoes are cold when you put them on.
Yeah.
And it just, the whole thing is not working.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to get that body going, man.
Yeah.
It just,
It's tough being a road opponent.
Yes.
Like we were talking the story yesterday, Rich, when the Sioux turned around.
Yeah.
I mean, if they'd gotten and played that game at TC West, they probably would have got run out of the gym.
Oh, exactly. Because they mentally would not have been ready to play at all. Exactly. All right. When we come back, we're going to have L.J. Mead of the Grayling Vikings. You're listening to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernick GMC in Gaylord.
Just like Northern Michigan High School athletes, Saab relies on trust, drive, and expertise. Those are the values it takes to have a winning season, and the same values that power Saab's mission, keeping people and society safe. Hi, I'm David Howie, Project Manager for Saab in Northern Michigan. Saab is dedicated to being a responsible neighbor, a reliable employer, a steward of the environment, and a proud supporter of Northern Michigan High School athletics. Saab in Northern Michigan.
Smart truck shoppers know a good lease when they hear one, so listen closely. At Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord, you can lease a 2025 Colorado four-wheel drive work truck for just $189 a month plus tax, or move up to a 2026 Silverado LT Crew Cab four-wheel drive for just $199 per month plus tax. Capability you can count on with payments that make sense. These are 24-month leases with 10,000 miles per year and 3,000 due at signing. So visit ChevyCentral.com or stop by Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord today. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Must qualify for all incentives. See dealer for detail.
The Traverse City Record Eagle wants your nominations for the 6th Annual Women's History Month publication. Nominate now through January 28th. This commemorative edition honors women leading change and shaping a sustainable future. Nominate a woman, past or present, for their chance to be honored with a feature profile in this annual Women's History Month publication. Nominate now through January 28th at record-eagle.com/NMI Women. Record-eagle.com/NMI Women. Brr, it's downright frigid out there.
No kidding. But I've got just the thing to warm you up. Shanty Creek is serving up something hot.
Really? Like what?
This winter at Shanty Creek Resort, book a minimum 2-night stay at the Lakeview Hotel and receive half-off lift tickets. No blackout dates, and the hotel has stunning views of northern Michigan's winter wonderland. This stay and ski package is perfect for any winter getaway.
Half off ski and amazing winter views? I'm sold.
The perfect ski hamlet for the whole family. Get cozy at Shanty Creek Resort, shantycreek.com.
McLean's Ace Hardware in Grayling has just what you need to clear the way this winter. Shovels, snow blowers, salt, roof melts, and more. When you really need to clear a path, McLean's Ace Hardware will equip you to get the job done. Make sure driveways and sidewalks are clear of snow and ice to keep you and your family safe. Stock up now at McLean's Ace Hardware so you have the snow and ice removal supplies to keep you safe this winter. McLean's Ace Hardware in Grayling.
When disaster strikes, like the 2025 ice storm, that's when you breathe a sigh of relief that you have a great insurance company like Cornell Insurance in Grayling. They live in your community and know what you're going through. Do you really want to speak with someone on the phone thousands of miles away in some call center that doesn't even know what's happened in your area? Cornell Insurance, friendly, knowledgeable, and most importantly, local in your community. Over 100 years of serving you. Stop by our office on Huron Street in Grayling.
If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education or where your talents lie, the Michigan Army National Guard has most of the answers. Your participation in a few yearly training exercises will make you stronger and part of a patriotic team. You will also receive up to $50,000 in scholarships towards your education, including training and placement in exciting tech and medical fields. Build your future and support your country. Apply to miarmyguard.com. That's miarmyguard.com. Right now is the perfect time to upgrade to professional grade at Jim Wernig GMC in Gaylord. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months on the powerful 2026 GMC Sierra. And with 70 in-stock Sierras to choose from, you'll find the right truck to fit your work, your weekend, and everything else in between. Don't wait. Selection like this won't last long. Then Gaylord or shop online at gmccentral.com today. Jim Wernig GMC. We are professional grade. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Rich Calkins, Jerry Coyne in studio with you. And joining us now is the head coach of the Grayling Vikings, LJ Mead. LJ, it had to feel good earlier in this week. You were able to get a game in, and you guys came away with a nice 49-43 win over Kingsley.
Yeah, it was a much-needed win for everybody involved in the program, I think. The kids were super excited going into the locker room, and it was kind of a gritty win, a back-and-forth game, but Kingsley held the lead for the majority of the game, and in the fourth quarter we were able to overcome that, keep and maintain the lead to the finish, and so, yeah, it was a fun win for the kids.
Yeah, for sure, LJ. I know sometimes, giving up a lead late and then losing it after leading most of the way is really tough. So that had to show some signs of growth by the team by maintaining that lead throughout the game.
Yeah, I'm super proud of them, and the right word you just chose there is growth. And this is a team that is we had a loss of players. We dealt with some sick players, and then gone through a losing streak like that that we went through was tough, and just a super super great way to end it, and hopefully a springboard moving forward. But it's been a challenging season in terms of just the gameplay. Twice we've gone played on a Friday night, Monday, and a Tuesday night. And then one of the weeks we played on Thursday, so we played Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And having to learn during the game, having to adjust during the game, and coach, obviously, game plans, in the classroom before the game and or through film. And, not getting much court time to practice has been a challenge.
Yeah. LJ, was there any message after that Kalkaska loss? Was there like anything that you said like differently or anything like that? Or was that just like the team was able to kind of rally around themselves after that? A team that, typically, you guys play really tough, and Kalkaska looks like they played a really good game against you.
They really did. Shuttler caught on fire, and he was tough to stop. We threw 4 different defenses at him, and he was just on that night. And when you're knocking down threes and feeling good about it like that, they just were able to maintain a lead. We started off competitive game in the beginning, and they jumped out and went on, I believe, a 17-20 run going into halftime. And so, the halftime speech was pretty fiery. The clipboard may have been destroyed, and just trying to light a fire. And we came out in the third, and still we just struggled to put the ball through the hole, and struggled to execute against their pressure. And then in the fourth, we played a little bit better. But coming out of that game, the boys were disappointed. The boys were frustrated. And we took that Friday off, hosted our youth league on Saturday, and came back in the gym on Sunday and got together, and it was a good win for us at Kingsley, a team that's playing really well.
Yeah, and Coach, obviously a bummer, with the Boyne game being postponed, but you understand it. But then next week, you have Charlevoix and Sheboygan. So Sheboygan's put together a lot of wins this year, and Charlevoix is always tough.
Yeah, should we go up to Charlevoix on Monday night? They have a really nice athlete. They have a sophomore guard that can shoot it really well, and then they have Gaffney, who is, if you give him any sort of space, he can't attack like he used to, but if you give him any sort of space, he can hit anywhere in the gym. And so they're going to be a challenge on Monday night. And then, yes, you mentioned it, Sheboygan, who is they just always seem to catch fire against us, and they have a nice team up there. Coach Friday has done a great job with that group, and they're competing for the league title. So that'll be our snow-going game at home, and I know the kids will be looking forward to try to get maybe a little revenge this week. Both Charlevoix and Sheboygan got us earlier on in the season.
Coach, if you had one thing you'd like to see the team do to kind of reverse the fortunes for the balance of the year, what could you put it into one game situation, or we need to tighten down our defense? Obviously it's easy to say let's make more shots, or maybe create better opportunities for shots.
Yeah, I think obviously making more shots is always a goal.
Yeah,
but on our end, we just need to play within ourselves and not make the same mistake over and over. We're never going to be perfect. I don't expect that from the kids, but I do see a definite need for us just to play more controlled and make better decisions. And we were able to do that in Kingsley, and that was just great growth for us because we had struggled with turnovers for 3 straight games.
Yeah, you have turned the ball over a lot.
Yep, and so in that game against Kingsley on Tuesday night, they threw a 1-2-2 press at us. They threw a 2-2-1 press at us. They threw a full court man run and jump press at us. And so for our kids to play with the poise, take care of the ball better, stall the court better, move the ball better, got some points in transition, and then down the end knocked down some free throws. So there's good growth there, and that's what we want to build off of. The game slowed down for our sophomore point guard a little bit, Jaden Peters, who had been struggling. So he had a solid game in terms of taking care of the ball. We put a little bit more pressure on Miles to handle the ball a little bit more in the full court and not necessarily just be our guy on the wing and our shooter. So we've made some adjustments. David Neal is as a big can also handle the ball. So we've really kind of tried to push a little bit more of the load onto Miles and David. And the big thing we need to do is take care of the rock and just slow it down a little bit. And if we do that coming forward, I think we're going to see some more success.
All right. Well, we wish you all the best, LJ. Of course, all those games can be heard over at Q100. And Chad and Scott do a nice job of calling those games. So, LJ, as always, go Vikes, and hopefully you get a couple dubs this week.
I appreciate you talking to you guys, and yes, sir, go Vikes.
All right. LJ Mead of the Grayling Vikings.
Thanks. Take care.
Yep, good win for them this past week.
They have had the turnover bug. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And it's hard to overcome.
It is. It kind of gets in your head, and then next thing it's just like and you just at practice
when you have a couple or 2 or 3 possessions in a row where you turn the ball over.
Yeah.
It seeps in.
It does.
Yeah.
Just like when you're hot on the shooting end, it confidence-wise, you feel like you can't miss that. But also on the opposite side, turning the ball over, all of a sudden that can.
Yeah, and it's hard to find that balance of being, playing too quick and playing too slow.
Yeah.
Coach Wooden always talked about that.
Yeah.
Don't play fast, play quick.
Yeah.
You can't get ahead of yourself, but you can't get behind. You just miss opportunities.
You do.
And they don't have the rebounding power to overcome that. Like Michigan State has had some teams where they turn the ball over a lot, but they out-rebound the other team, so it kind of makes up for it.
It does, exactly.
But, when you don't win the rebound battle and you turn the ball over 10 or 15 times more than your opponent, you're going to lose your basketball.
You are. Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster for sure. All right, when we come back, we're going to have John Katona, the Manton Rangers girls coach, to talk about the Michigan National Guard Player of the Week. You're listening to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernick GMC in Gaylord.
It's time for the Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCo.com. Toro, count on it.
I'm Melissa Sullivan, outdoor enthusiast and your host. We've got a busy one out there. If you're heading up to the UP, conditions are sitting at good to excellent, but here in the northern lower, we're looking at a bit of a mixed bag. Across Crawford and Roscommon counties, groomers have been working overtime. Snow has been falling, so you'll find good riding, but keep your eyes peeled. The base is still a bit thin in spots, and those high-traffic corners are getting icy and showing some snert by midday. This weekend, the 76th annual Tip Up Town USA is kicking in at Houghton Lake. Expect heavy sled and ORV traffic and plenty of action on the lake. Remember, know before you go that some designated snowmobile trails are currently closed to wheeled vehicles, but the routes are open, so you should be expecting mixed traffic. Watch out for active logging on Trail 4 near Gaylord and some washouts on the Freedom. And a big heads up for those thinking about hitting the ice on Houghton Lake. Temperatures have been fluctuating, so please check ice thickness yourself and stay away from those inlets and outlets. Respect all of your fellow riders, ride safe, and don't leave your trash. Leave a good impression. And visit us at upnorthsportsradio.com to keep up with what's going on in the trails.
This has been your Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCo.com. Toro, count on it.
Outdoor Equipment Co. is more than just a dealership. They're a local, family-owned company with 3 locations across Michigan, carrying the top brands in power sports, marine, and outdoor equipment like Tahoe Pontoon, Kawasaki, Toro, and more. Whether you're shopping for a new unit or you need parts, service, or warranty work, you need to see the experts at Outdoor Equipment Co., Michigan's trusted source for sales, service, and parts. For the Outdoor Equipment Co. location nearest you, head to OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Right now is the perfect time to upgrade to professional grade at Jim Wiernig GMC in Gaylord. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months on the powerful 2026 GMC Sierra. And with 70 in-stock Sierras to choose from, you'll find the right truck to fit your work, your weekend, and everything else in between. Don't wait. Selection like this won't last long. In Gaylord or shop online at gmccentral.com today. Jim Wiernig GMC. We are professional grade. See dealer for details.
Just like Northern Michigan High School athletes, Saab relies on trust, drive, and expertise. Those are the values it takes to have a winning season, and the same values that power Saab's mission, keeping people and society safe. Hi, I'm David Howie, Project Manager for Saab in Northern Michigan. Saab is dedicated to being a responsible neighbor, a reliable employer, a steward of the environment, and a proud supporter of Northern Michigan High School athletics. Saab in Northern Michigan.
Does your home interior need something new for the brand new year? The first of the year can be a little nerve-wracking with Christmas bills coming in. But at Gardner White Furniture, you can get the financial flexibility you need to update your home now. They offer an in-store credit card and many different 0% interest plans. Let Gardner White Furniture help you redecorate now and pay over time. Visit your friendly Gaylord Gardner White Furniture store for all the details. On M32 in Gaylord, same owners, same location, all new attitude.
We see your determination to achieve big things. You're on the path to being one of the all-time greats. It's time to add the best of the best in banking to your crew. That's us. Whether you're securing a top home loan or taking the lead among your competition, Nicolay Bank is your dream team. Let's team up to reach your financial goals. Visit NicolayBank.com. Real people, real conversations. Nicolay Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Smart truck shoppers know a good lease when they hear one, so listen closely. At Jim Wiernig Chevrolet in Gaylord, you can lease a 2025 Colorado four-wheel drive work truck for just $189 a month plus tax, or move up to a 2026 Silverado LT Crew Cab four-wheel drive for just $199 per month plus tax. Capability you can count on with payments that make sense. These are 24-month leases with 10,000 miles per year and 3,000 due at signing. So visit ChevyCentral.com or stop by Jim Wiernig Chevrolet in Gaylord today. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Must qualify for all incentives. See dealer for details. If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education or where your talents lie, the Michigan Army National Guard has most of the answers. Your participation in a few yearly training exercises will make you stronger and part of a patriotic team. You will also receive up to $50,000 in scholarships towards your education, including training and placement in exciting tech and medical fields. Build your future and support your country. Apply to miarmyguard.com. That's miarmyguard.com. It's time to announce the Michigan Army National Guard Student Athlete of the Week here on Up North Sports Radio. If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education, build your future, and support your country, apply to miarmyguard.com. miarmyguard.com.
Hi, this is Staff Sergeant William Brown of the Michigan Army National Guard, recruiter for the Manton area. I'm proud to announce that the Michigan Army National Guard Student Athlete of the Week is Aubrey Hiller of the Manton Rangers girls basketball team. Congratulations, Aubrey. I'll be dropping by Manton High School with some National Guard swag just for you. Visit miarmyguard.com to set your career in motion.
Congratulations to the Michigan Army National Guard Student Athlete of the Week here on Up North Sports Radio's High School Scoreboard Show. If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education, build your future, and support your country, apply to miarmyguard.com.
Welcome back to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wiernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Rich Calkins and Jerry Coyne in studio with you. And joining us now is the head coach of the Manton Rangers girls basketball team, John Katona. And John, before we talk about that impressive win your team put together last night, talk about a little bit about Aubrey Hiller being named the National Guard Student Athlete of the Week.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. I really appreciate it. Aubrey Hiller, junior guard for us, She's a very special player, by far one of the better players in Northern Michigan. But her stat line is pretty crazy. She averages 25 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, 5 assists, 5.5 steals.
Yeah.
And she's doing that consistently day in and day out. I mean, last night she had 25, 8 steals, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. So, and this is where teams are putting, 1, 2 girls on her at all times and doing junk defenses and everything. So not only is she finding ways to score, but she's finding her teammates as well with averaging over 5 assists a game. So just a special player that you don't get too often. She definitely deserves it because the amount of work that she puts in day out is definitely deservable, and all that hard work is definitely paying off for her.
Yeah, and Coach, you sent me her stat line from the game the week prior against Pine River, where she 36 points, 11 rebounds, 10 steals. So she got the triple-dub, but in kind of an unconventional way.
Absolutely, and that was her second triple-double of her career. She had one last year as well with those double-digit steals where she just anticipates things so well defensively. Not to mention her on-ball defense is pretty stellar, too. So she'll pick them up on ball, but just weak side, just reading the defense and getting those pick-off passes, she's really good at as well.
Yeah, well, congratulations to her. That's very cool.
Yeah, that's
Coach.
pretty special stuff.
Yeah. So, Coach, you took on Lake City last night and really dominated from the start with a 59-12 win.
Yeah, great energy from start to finish. Even having, I can't even keep track anymore. I think we had 2 snow days this week, but definitely had a cold day yesterday. So sometimes you wonder how you're going to play with your, as far as energy goes, those snow days. But, geez, we brought it right from the start. Team effort was there. It was great to get a lot of girls in, rotating in. So good bounce-back game after getting our butts kicked on Wednesday. So it was great, yeah.
Was that at Lake City, Coach, or at home?
We hosted, so it was home.
Yeah, that's helpful when it's really cold.
Yeah.
It really is. We were talking about that
earlier
in the show. Those bus rides, when it's that, the bus never gets warm.
Yeah.
You get into your gear, your tennis shoes are still cold. It's just a whole, it's a whole mishmash.
Yeah, so it does help.
Yeah, especially if you take one of the old school yellow buses. Yeah, if you got one of those nicer tour buses, it's not quite so bad.
Your shoes are in your locker at the gym. You know they're going to be reasonably warm. But,
Yeah, once again, those tin buses. So But, either way, it was a home game. It was good for us.
Yeah.
Coach, I know earlier in the week there, you took Roscommon girls team. Looks really, really tough. They're 9-1, and McBain is still sitting on top at 9-0. So, Everett 8-1. So, Coach, I tell you what, the Highland there in girls basketball is tough.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got McBain and Roscommon looking like a team that can make some pretty deep tournament runs for sure. Both of those teams have some special players and great coaches, and Everett is not too far behind with the Gray girl as well. So, and all the myself, McBain, and Everett, we're all in the same district. So,
goody.
Tough district. But not too often do you have a Highland Conference with those stellar teams. And Roscommon Wednesday came to play. Start to finish, they shot 60% from the field. They just, looking back at it, sometimes having a game like that opens our eyes.
Yeah.
We met as a team afterwards and actually created some goals for what we need to do to compete against these teams. And the next practice actually was probably our best practice of the season, and it showed Friday night. So sometimes those games are eye openers and good for the soul, actually.
Yeah, for sure. Coach, I just thought of something talking about Aubrey earlier. Hiller, did you notice the nice article on MHSAA.com about her earlier this week?
Yeah, I did. And Tom Spencer.
Yes.
We spoke with, obviously we interviewed with him and everything. He was nice enough to share it with us. And then when you log into MHSAA.com, it was right there, boom, front cover. So it's so well deserving of, not only our team, but Aubrey getting this recognition. She's just one of those players that you just don't see too often. So it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Coach, coming up, your next couple of games, you take on Houghton Lake. and they're sitting there at 4-5, just one game below 500, and then next is McBain after that one.
Yeah, looking forward to it because we're playing home again on Tuesday. We usually play a little bit better at home. Houghton Lake is one of those teams you just got to be ready to play. Mm-hmm. And then McBain, again, it's a good measuring stick game for us. Are we improving? Do we still have to work on some things? Because of the top right now. So if we're able to compete with them throughout the game, that shows us that we're not too far away from competing for those district championships. Yeah,
for sure, Coach. Well, Coach, anything else you want to talk about your team here? Again, they're above 500. It's 6-4, I believe, Coach. So, what would you like to improve upon as you head into the second half of your season?
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, when we reflected after the Roscommon game, it was unanimously that we have to really focus on the defense, rebounding the ball a lot better, getting back defensively, transition-wise. We got to do that better job, and just playing a complete 4 quarters on defense. Teams are going to try to put the clamps on Aubrey, so if we could, tighten up our defense a little bit, good things usually happen. And we also wanted to just focus on that next play mentality. When things just don't go well, or if you're not making your shots, or if you turn the ball over, you're going to flush it and just focus on that next play. So those are kind of the common things that we need to look at going forward because, we're at the halfway point. I think there's 6 weeks or 5 weeks before districts play. Still a lot of time to improve, but at the same time, it's definitely shortening up. So those are our focus areas.
Yep. All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate you joining us here this morning on the Scoreboard Show. Again, congratulations to Aubrey and the National Guard Player of the Week. And, Coach, we'll get caught back up with you here in a few weeks.
Sounds good, guys. Go Rangers.
All right, go Rangers.
Take care, Coach. Thank you.
John Katona from the Manton Rangers girls basketball team. Yeah, Coach is someone that we got to know a little bit last year, talking to him, and seems a good guy and really tough league in the Highland right now for the girls.
Helps to have a point guard like Aubrey, though.
Yes.
So, somebody that can control a game both offensively and defensively.
Right.
That's pretty special. 10
Oh, my God. Yeah, 10 steals. And she's just a junior, so that's good news.
She probably got a reputation. The other teams are scouting her, and, a point guard who's not really, really confident in what they can do.
Oh.
You're like,
it's like chum in the water. Yeah. Exactly.
There's...
No, when you got a confident point guard that gets the ball, it's like defensively, it makes you guard them differently for sure.
It changes the whole tenure of the game. To be that kind of disruptor.
Yeah, no question about it. All right, when we come back, we're going to get a hold of Rich Moffitt.
We'll see if he answers the phone.
He's actually he's on his way down to the Michigan State basketball game right now. He's a busy man.
Yeah, where are they playing? I was looking at that.
Maryland.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll get live updates, see if he can get Tom Izzo on the phone with us.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, so you are listening to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernick GMC in Gaylord.
Smart truck shoppers know a good lease when they hear one, so listen closely. At Jim Wernick Chevrolet in Gaylord, you can lease a 2025 Colorado four-wheel drive work truck for just $189 a month plus tax, or move up to a 2026 Silverado LT Crew Cab four-wheel drive for just $199 per month plus tax. Capability you can count on with payments that make sense. These are 24-month leases with 10,000 miles per year and 3,000 due at signing. So visit ChevyCentral.com or stop by Jim Wernick Chevrolet in Gaylord today. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Must qualify for all incentives. See dealer for details.
The Traverse City Record Eagle wants your nominations for the 6th Annual Women's History Month publication. Nominate now through January 28th. This commemorative edition honors women leading change and shaping a sustainable future. Nominate a woman, past or present, for their chance to be honored with a feature profile in this annual Women's History Month publication. Nominate now through January 28th at record-eagle.com/NMI Women. Record-eagle.com/NMI Women.
Does your home interior need something new for the brand new year? The first of the year can be a little nerve-wracking with Christmas bills coming in, but at Gardner White Furniture, you can get the financial flexibility you need to update your home now. They offer an in-store credit card and many different 0% interest plans. Let Gardner White Furniture help you redecorate now and pay over time. Visit your friendly Gaylord Gardner White Furniture store for all the details. On M32 in Gaylord, same owners, same location, all new attitude.
St. Ambrose Cellars in Beulah is a winter wonderland this time of year. It's just part of the one-of-a-kind vibe. Enjoy draft cider, meads, sizers, or beer with the weekly specials. Monday's burger night, pizza on Tuesday, and wings on Wednesday. The open mic jam on Thursdays is incredibly cool, and live music begins at 5 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. The brand new Cajun brunch is a must if you like a side of Southern style to begin your day. It's just a part of what makes St. Ambrose a one-of-a-kind hang for those in the know. See it all at stambrose-wine-mead.com.
Make Hanson Hills in the heart of northern Michigan your outdoor recreation retreat. Established in 1929, experience cross-country skiing, downhill skiing, snowboarding, and 2 amazing tubing runs. Get professional ski and snowboarding lessons, even rent all of the equipment you need right here at Hanson Hills. Bring the whole family to enjoy Hanson Hills' quaint, rustic atmosphere and visit the snack bar right up I-75 North, exit 254 in beautiful Grayling. Check us out at hansonhills.org or follow us on Facebook.
At Pioneer Hills Marine, everything we do is because we love this industry. To chase those winter blues, it's time to start dreaming of the Blue Lake water by shopping for your new Barletta pontoon or Kawasaki jet ski. Together, our staff have over 100 years of industry experience and a passion for helping you love your time on the water. If you want quality brands and a trusted, easy buying experience, come see us at Pioneer Hills Marine in Roscommon. We're making memories priceless.
Right now is the perfect time to upgrade to professional grade at Jim Wiernig GMC in Gaylord. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months on the powerful 2026 GMC Sierra. And with 70 in-stock Sierras to choose from, you'll find the right truck to fit your work, your weekend, and everything else in between. Don't wait. Selection like this won't last long. In Gaylord or shop online at gmccentral.com today. Jim Wiernig GMC. We are professional grade. See dealer for details.
Okay, we're going to be turning left on Trowbridge
Welcome
Road.
back to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Rich Calkins and Jerry Coyne in studio with you. And joining us now is the head coach of the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds boys basketball team, Rich Moffitt. Rich, we haven't been able to nail you down here lately to talk some hoops. How's everything going at St. Mary's?
It's going, Rich. We're progressing. We're progressing a lot of areas. We've had kind of a tough stretch playing some of the better teams in our league, but our kids they've been improving. They've had a positive attitude, and we're getting really close to being good. I mean, really good. And so we're just working away, teaching a lot of details, and hopefully putting it together for tournament time.
Right. Yeah, Coach, I mean, look at all your losses have been really close, Coach. I mean, there certainly have been no blowouts whatsoever.
No, we talk about growing pains. I mean, we've gone in some of those close games. We were 10 of 28 from the free throw line. Just stuff like that, turnovers. And so, things that happen to young teams throughout the learning process, we're checking about every box. Yeah. As we continue on our journey here.
Okay.
But at the same time, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's we're getting close. I think with hard work and kids continuing to grind, I think we're going to be pretty good when it comes tournament time.
Yeah, that's certainly the key, Rich. But you were talking about the Ski Valley Conference this year, really competitive with East Jordan sitting there on top. In conference play 11-0, Mansalona playing good ball at 9-1, and Inland Lakes at 7-2 as well.
Yeah, it's very competitive. I mean, they've got some players in this league that honestly could probably play in the North in any of the leagues.
Yeah.
And so it's been good for our kids, because one thing that we're struggling with at times is consistency. Mm-hmm. And so when you play in a league where you have to play good all the time, it's kind of put a standard. out there where kids, if we don't play good, hey, we struggle. And so we're getting closer to that consistency, as a team and also with some individuals. And, again, it's been a journey. And we knew it was going to be a journey with all the young kids we have, 7 sophomores, 3 juniors on our team. But at the same time, it's been it's been fun. It's been challenging. And so, good things are right around the corner for us.
Right.
Coach, you got any size?
We do. We've got, Nate O'Connell, who's 6'5".
Yep.
He's averaging about 18 a game.
Really?
Charles Cameron, and Nate's a sophomore. Charles Cameron's a 6'3", 250-pounder, and he's one of the better rebounders up in the north.
He better be.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
And, we're just
get some
space.
space.
Our guard play, our guards are getting better. It's just, like I said, it's a process.
Okay. Hey, where does Nate get all his height then?
Yeah, what the
Coach,
hell happened
what's
there?
going on?
I know his wife.
I
know his
don't
mom.
wanna speculate on that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I know on his mother's side.
Yeah.
They've got some height. And
Okay.
I'm hoping,
That's right.
honestly,
I've met one of her brothers. Yeah. There are a couple of big. She's not so tall, but yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, with with Nate, he might still grow a couple more inches.
Wow.
And so he's like I said, he's coming. He's coming, as all of our kids.
Well,
all of our kids do.
I'm sure he's very competitive. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Coach, next week you got Pellston and Bel Air. What are you expecting with those matchups? Well, the first one's at home, and then you go on the road to Bel Air.
Yeah, Monday is a revenge game for us. We went to Pellston on a Saturday a week ago and lost a close one there. They got an outstanding player in Josh Grondin, who had 31 against us on that night. And so we play them on a Monday. We go to Bel Air, who has a lot of history. And then on Friday, we're at Mansalona. And so, with all the snow days and this and that, the 3-game weeks, not exactly a fan because we need to be, on the court practicing.
Right.
But at the same time, we're getting game experience, and our kids are, they're learning. They're learning, and good things again as we progress, getting ready towards the tournament.
Coach, what do you do? When you get a cancellation, do you just bring the kids back into the gym and practice?
We do most of the time.
Okay.
I mean, depending on, obviously, the situation.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we're able to practice. And we've had, Gaylord is just like a snow globe up there. You just shake that thing and shake it like crazy, and that's our situation there.
Yeah, well.
Jerry used to live about, 10 miles to the west there? You were
well,
right in there.
Well, I won't even get into the stories. Like at 10 miles west, we'd get 10 more, inches of snow than they would at St. Mary's.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
It was Coach, I just on a side note, I was telling Rich about this yesterday on air. Did you see this kid, this high school kid in Arizona, 5'10" guard junior, went for 100.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
He had 70 at halftime.
Gee.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
There you go. So 31 looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You good defensive effort there.
It didn't. Let me tell you something. It didn't feel like it on that night.
No.
But, that kid's good. Josh Grondin could be one of the better players in our league.
Yeah, but Coach,
and he's a 6'5", 6'6" kid that can play on the perimeter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
there you go.
So, good player.
I'll bet you'll have something for him, though, Coach. I bet you he doesn't go off for 31 this time.
We're going to have a little special package for him.
Little shoebox. Got that shoebox gym at St. Mary's, so I see double teaming coming.
You're gonna see a little bit of everything, but going back, hey, our kids, and our guards are getting better, our team's getting better, and we're gonna keep grinding. And I think once again, super bright future for us, and we're going through the growing pains. But at the same time, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Also, we're working to get there.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Enjoyed the Michigan State game today. Tell Coach Izzo we said hello. And, hopefully Sparty's going to win here.
The Maryland team's okay. All right, Coach.
All right,
you.
Rich, thank you.
Go Snowbirds.
Hey, guys, take care.
All right, go
Spot on.
Snowbirds. Rich Moffitt of the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds there.
Yeah, it's
Rich.
an interesting gym.
Yeah.
It really is.
I've actually never been there yet.
Really?
My goal is to go up to a game there this year when I don't have a
That
game.
gym is old.
Yeah. It's right there, part of the church, isn't it? Right there.
No,
it's not.
No, the church, they have their own church. You know, they built a newer church. It's not that new anymore.
Oh,
but,
okay.
No, it's on that end of the. I don't think that was ever the church. It wasn't the church. The church, the original church, is across the street from the school.
Okay.
But that school's been there for a long, long
time.
and you know, I think the first graduating class of St. Mary's was in the 1890s.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's based on that main. You just go through the light, and it's on the left-hand side there. Yeah. Okay. Yep. No, I'm gonna get. It's a goal of mine to get up there and go see a game at the St. Mary's gym this year.
Yeah.
So
the. No, good. It sounds like Coach Moffitt's having fun.
He is.
And, you know, we're lucky to have him.
No question.
The boys' basketball program has been a problem off and on since I was, you know, Joe was
the
there.
The girls have been really consistently good. Good.
You know.
For years.
Yeah. I don't know
for
what
decades,
the story is. You know, Gaylord High School runs hot and cold as far as basketball is concerned. So it's more of a, you know, St. Mary's on the boys' side is way more of a baseball school than
it's a very good baseball.
Football and baseball. Basketball has not, you know, they tried to put the bite on me a couple times to coach, and I was not going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough there because, again, you know, like you said, you have to, and I think Rich is the right person for this.
Yeah.
A veteran coach has seen a lot of different teams and things and knows what to do. So no doubt this team will improve for sure. So anything else coming up here on this station, JC?
The Red Wings will be on the radio today. They're playing Winnipeg.
The Jets.
I think it's a late afternoon game, to be honest with you. I will check that really quickly.
Okay. Yeah, that's, you know, we do, again, right at 11 o'clock in about 45
7 o'clock
seconds.
tonight.
7 o'clock tonight.
At Winnipeg. So the Red Hot Red Wings will populate the airwaves here at 7 o'clock. And if you haven't checked it out, you can listen to the ticket, 97.1 The Ticket, for a bliss.
This has been the Northern Michigan High School Sports Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernick GMC in Gaylord, dedicated to the best customer service and the best offers. Join us next Saturday at 10 with host Rich Calkins. Nobody loves high school sports like Up North Sports Radio.
WGRY in Grayling is a division of Blarney Stone Broadcasting with 97.1 Detroit Sports Radio Network, 101.1 WGRY, powered by Gardner White Furniture in Gaylord. Same owners, same location, all new attitude.
St. Ambrose Cellars in Beulah is a winter wonderland this time of year. It's just part of the one-of-a-kind vibe. Enjoy draft cider, meads, sizers, or beer with the weekly specials. Monday's burger night, pizza on Tuesday, and wings on Wednesday. The open mic jam on Thursdays is incredibly cool, and live music begins at 5 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. The brand new Cajun brunch is a must if you like a side of Southern style to begin your day. It's just a part of what makes St. Ambrose a one-of-a-kind hang for those in the know. See it all at stambrose-wine-mead.com.
Make Hanson Hills in the heart of northern Michigan your outdoor recreation retreat. Established in 1929, experience cross-country skiing, downhill skiing, snowboarding, and 2 amazing tubing runs. Get professional ski and snowboarding lessons, even rent all of the equipment you need right here at Hanson Hills. Bring the whole family to enjoy Hanson Hills' quaint, rustic atmosphere and visit the snack bar right up I-75 North, exit 254 in beautiful Grayling. Check us out at hansonhills.org or follow us on Facebook.
From the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Mark Ryan on 97.1.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing okay and that, you are warming up that keister after you froze it off, as we are here this morning. Unbelievable what you guys put up with the weather, with your teams. I mean, what was the product that said you take a licking and keep on ticking? That's you guys. That ad was written about you. I do believe the best bet this weekend is Seahawks minus 2.5 over the Rams. I believe that's the best bet out of anything that's out there.
I don't like the 4.5 or 5.5 at home that Denver's an underdog on. Look, home field advantage is a big deal. Jarrett Stidham, what he's going to do, how he's going to play is very unpredictable. Drake May is really good. But again, this is uncharted territory for him as well. There's too many unknowns there for me to feel comfortable about New England and Denver. But I will tell you this. Rams at Seahawks, I think the thing that people are overlooking is how much easier Seattle's ride has been to this point than that of the Rams. What they remember is the Rams being up on Seattle 30-14 in Week 16 on the road, and then Seattle turning the ball over. The Rams have the ball, 16-point lead, 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They blow it, and people are saying, well, they're not going to blow it this time. Well, the problem is they've already been on the road twice. They should have lost to Carolina. One could say they should have lost to the Chicago Bears. And now, despite those kinds of conditions, right? Rain and sleet in Carolina, below zero wind chill in Chicago. They're going up against a team that has had the easiest path to the NFC Championship game I've ever seen. If you watch that Week 18 game, Seattle and San Francisco, the one that the Seahawks won 13-3, you knew that the 49ers had no shot of beating them. And they had George Kittle in that game. They didn't have him the second go-around. So Seattle just needed to beat the neighborhood kid that they bully again. They just needed to bully the same kid again to make it right here. Meanwhile, the Rams have been tested to depths that they'd never before known. So to me, the best bet of the weekend is Seattle over the Rams minus 2.5 points. Paul Serra, agree or disagree? Seattle minus 2.5 is the play. Agree or disagree?
I don't know, man. It's tough. Both these.
Well, you got to be on one side of that, right? Minus 2.5 Seattle. So it's essentially saying there's a very narrow scope that Seattle wins and you lose the bet, right? I mean, it's almost impossible that they would win and you would lose that bet. So it's really saying who wins. And I'm saying the fatigue and the energy that's gone into this point